I'm back. Yeah. That drive, that fire has come upon me again. I have so much music I want to create, and so much I want to do that I'm going to do. So since Prim and Primal's release, I've recorded 2 albums and I haven't released them. So one of them I probably will release in the next couple of months. The one with Jason McNamara and Derek White. So that was really cool, and the world has to hear it. This music is so in the moment, you see, it's so of the times, that I can't be waiting around to release it for long. In the meantime, Prim Primal is doing really well, and I'm getting more help with it. So I've been getting great reviews. It was awesome to get featured in Jazz Life Japan magazine. So cool. I'd love to eventually do a tour of Japan. I was talking to some Japanese places over there as well, and they'd love to have that stuff over there. They just love it. So it's awesome, and yeah, that'll be lots of fun. I took a little break from like just everything in general. I've been just chilling out for the past month or so. I've been doing a bit of practice, try to do it like an hour a day. Some days I don't do it, but generally I've been just working on different things, and it was nice to take a break from a lot of things. Sometimes I take a break from meditating as well. Like, I haven't meditated now in about 3 days. It's nice to take a break from just the norm, the usual, or what you usually do. Gives you a different perspective of things. So yeah, and it's good to just do a bit more exercise again. It's crazy how your lifestyle is affected by semen retention. Whereas if I wasn't on semen retention, with the relatively my food that I was eating for the past month or so wasn't great. Like, it was a mix of healthy and not so healthy. But yeah, if I wasn't on the semen retention journey, I guarantee you now I'd be a lot heavier. But it does keep you in shape as well, because it gives you those bursts of energy that you can use to exercise, even if it's not that often. It's just that extra little bursts of energy, which is great. You know, it keeps you at let's say if you want to think in frequency, like your frequency is more here when you're on that retention journey, whereas if you're spilling your seed, your energy drops. And if you're spilling your seed, generally it's dropping like this, and it has to come back up. So if you're on the retention journey, your frequency can be here. And if you're meditating as well with that retention journey, you could be up to here. And you know, when you get tired days, or you get days where you just don't want to do anything, or like your general state of happiness doesn't drop as low. It drops maybe to here sometimes if you're just in a bad mood, or it's just a shitty day out there, you're just not feeling great or whatever. It doesn't drop as low as you would compared to let's say if you were spilling your seed. This isn't for everyone, I understand that, but I like discussing it because it has changed my life, and it really has changed my career as well. It's really like it's really enhanced my career. You'll check it, like, I'm not a doctor of it. I said this the same about fasting, but if you do explore it, check out some great videos about it. There's great like YouTube videos about certain people that have been doing that journey for a long time. They talk about the science of it, they talk about what emotionally happens, the whole psychology of it. But yeah, it is a big one, and it's one of the most difficult journeys a man can go on, which is why I kind of want to do it as well. I like that kind of challenge, but it isn't just because of the challenge either. You do end up getting enhanced I don't want to say abilities, but like enhanced like energy. You just get more energy in general, which is great, you know. So yeah, anyone that is thinking about doing it, do your research. Just type it into YouTube, for example. Not all YouTube is bad. There's some really good stuff on YouTube. Just trying to find the right content and check out loads of different channels about that particular topic. So yeah, it's awesome. I wanted to do the podcast again because it's been a while. I was getting caught up in like all the protest stuff for a while, and it's a nuisance to have to go to protests over all this crazy bollocks that's happening at the moment. It's a joke, and I don't really want to go on about it much more. But that's all I have to say. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and do what I want. So yeah, freedom and love and peace. So yeah, the Cork Jazz Fest I went to recently, really cool. I only went down the Sunday, and I just played on the street the way I love doing it. Just got some good footage, so you can check down my previous video here. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was really fun, and I'm planning on doing a solo album soon as well, so hopefully within the next 5 months or so I'll release like 3 more albums, and they'll be kind of like side albums. So that's kind of my goal. Like, I'll be releasing albums regularly, because that's what I love doing. That's where I get my kicks in life, just creating and releasing, and you know, just showing it to the world. It's awesome, like, and you know, learning from it as well. And then like every 4 or 5 albums I will have one particular album then I would want to get promotion into, and really promote the shit out of it, and you know, get reviews on it, get more radio airplay. But the other stuff will be for fans in general, like, and just people that want to check out my Bandcamp and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, feel free to check it all out. Plenty of content there, and I'm not going to be stopping either. I'm on a roll. My fire is back now. Sometimes I go in these little phases where I work so hard and then I just get fed up and I go try different things for a while. So my fire is back now. I've got the eye of the tiger. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun because I remember going back to that period of when like Is What It Is was being recorded, Zen Warrior, just before it, then The Great Conjunction, and This Is Irish Jazz. Like, all that period was such a drive. I had such a fire in me. It was awesome, like. So I want to get back even more of a fire now, like, and I know I will, because it's a challenge and it's a fun challenge. So I'm going to be working out a bit more as well, and it makes some difference. Like, just if you want to get better at your instrument, I know it sounds a little weird, but having like just exercising a lot more really does develop your musicality. You know, you're pushing yourself through different doors of challenges, and you know, like, let's say you're going for a long run. You know, in a sense, a run is a trip. You're on a trip, and your mind, you're trying to, like, if you're doing it correctly or whatever, you're trying to, you know, stay in the moment. This doesn't have to be correctly, but that could be a challenge of it. And rather than daydreaming while you're doing, like, going, oh god, I hope this is over, you know, that's not really great, you know. Whereas if you can stay more in the moment in a run, or whatever kind of exercise you're doing, or anything in general life, that is good practice. It's good mindfulness, and in turn it actually translates into your musicality as well, especially within improvisation, and particularly the type of improvisation that I do. Yeah. It makes a difference. And since I started exercising more, since I gave up drinking, since I gave up smoking weed and fags, and like just gave up drugs, like in general, or just stopped doing them, I my lung capacity is way better. Like, I can breathe so much longer now, and it's awesome. Like, one of the reviews I got as well from Jim Morsley was talking about like, it was something cool. He said it was really cool. I loved it. He was talking about like, I think Adam Nolan's influences come from another planet, as he doesn't know much other musicians that have that lung capacity, which was really cool. Like, he said some great stuff. I actually quoted him in my Instagram as well, in the description, because I just thought his review was so good. Some really good reviews on Prim and Primal. So it's cool to see the world is responding to the music, and they're starting to get it. You know, or they understand it. People understand it. I love it. I love that. So yeah, it's been a trip, and it's going to get even more trippier. And I'm in it for the long run. I love this. I love it. It's deadly. It's really good. So subscribe to all my stuff. If you like the music, if you want to get merchandise, buy it. I encourage that. It helps. So yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, what else? The jazz course that I was mentioning as well, I do one video every now and again about that as well. So I'm building up a lot of videos about that jazz course at the moment, and eventually I will release that, hopefully late November. I'll have to see. But yeah, that'll be a really cool thing for musicians and creatives to join. And yeah, it will be a fee, like, if you want to do that course, but it won't be much. It'll be like 120 or something like that, you know, for like almost 20 hours of really good content, something like that, you know. Maybe not as much as that in hours, but a lot of really good content of me just talking specifically about how I play, why I play the way I do, and showing you how to do it, and really kind of expanding people's minds to think in a certain way of creativity, not just to be spontaneous or to be bold or whatever in your playing, but also to be quite technical about how you do it, and different ways you can do it, and when you get stuck in your playing, how to use that in a positive way. It's basically changing tension into release, and being an alchemist in a way as well. And like, there's a lot to it. But I hope it does really help people, and it will help me as well. It'd be nice to get paid. But yeah, otherwise, thanks again everyone for tuning in, and get ready for so much more. Yeah, let's go.